Let me ask you a simple question. Why do people buy things? Most people give answers like, because they like the product. This is a classic story. A fast food chain wanted to sell more milkshakes, so they did what most smart teams do. They experimented. They made the shakes thicker. They added new flavors. They lowered the price, and none of it worked. Sales barely moved, so they stopped asking, how do we improve the milkshake? And instead asked a better question. What job are people hiring milkshakes to do? When they looked closely, they noticed something interesting. Many customers bought milkshakes in the morning. They were usually alone. They had long, boring commutes. That's when the real job became clear. The job wasn't drink a tasty milkshake. The job was keep me occupied, keep me full, help me survive a boring drive. Suddenly, everything changed. The real competitor wasn't another milkshake. It was bananas, bagels, or just plain boredom. Once the company understood the job, sales improved. Same product, better problem framing. Now let's bring this closer to your world. Why do students use Notion, Google Calendar, study YouTube videos, all-nighters? The easy answer is because they help with productivity. But that's not the real reason. The better answer is this. Students are trying to reduce anxiety. They're trying to feel in control. They're trying to avoid failure. So the real jobs might be: help me feel less overwhelmed. Help me avoid last-minute panic. Help me look competent in front of others. If you design solutions only around features, you'll miss all of this. Because features don't tell you what people care about. Jobs do, and once you start seeing the job, you start seeing problems the way they actually exist in real life. Because it has good features, because it's cheaper or faster. Those answers sound reasonable, but they're not the real reason. People don't buy products, they hire things to make progress in their lives. And once you understand that, your ability to spot real problems changes completely. Here's the idea. People don't want solutions. They want progress, from where they are to where they want to be. That desired movement forward is what we call the job. A job is not the product. A job is something someone is trying to get done in a specific situation with functional, emotional, and social needs attached. If you misunderstand the job, your solution will fail, even if it's clever, even if it's well built, even if it's technically brilliant. Because the solution doesn't matter if it doesn't help someone move forward in the way they actually care about. When you focus on features, you see surface-level problems. When you focus on jobs, you see what people are really trying to achieve. And that's where real clarity begins. Not with tools, not with products, but with progress. There's a mistake students make over and over again. They say things like, the problem is I need a better app. The problem is I need more motivation. The problem is the course is badly designed. Those statements sound confident. But they're not problems. They're guesses. They jump straight to explanations without first understanding what's actually going wrong. This is where jobs to be done changes everything. Jobs to be done forces a different kind of question. Not, what tool do I need? But, what progress is the person trying to make? In what situation? And what's making that progress hard? When you frame problems this way, solutions don't get more complex. They get clearer and usually simpler. Here's a sentence you can use. When I am in a situation, I want to make progress so I can achieve an outcome. Let's look at an example. When I have multiple deadlines in the same week, I want to know exactly what to work on first so I can reduce stress and avoid mistakes. That's a real problem statement. It's specific. It's grounded in a situation. And it describes progress, not a tool. Now compare these two statements. Group work is annoying. That tells us almost nothing. Versus, when roles are unclear in group projects, I want clear ownership so I can contribute without conflict. That version actually explains what's broken. And once the problem is framed that clearly, the solution stops being mysterious. This single exercise, rewriting frustrations as jobs to be done, dramatically improves problem clarity. Not by making you work harder, but by making you think more precisely. Let's connect this back to where we started. Remember from video 1, problem does not equal solution. Jobs to be done exists to protect you from a very human mistake. It helps you avoid jumping straight to tools, avoid copying what other people are doing, avoid shallow fixes that feel productive but don't last. Instead, it forces your attention somewhere better. Outcomes, progress, what someone is actually trying to move toward. This is how good designers think. This is how good entrepreneurs think. This is how good leaders think. And now, you're learning it early. So repeat this to yourself. If I don't understand the job, I don't understand the problem. You cannot solve what you don't understand. This week, don't try to fix anything. Just observe. Notice 3 things people use or complain about: a tool, a process, a situation, and ask yourself, what job are they hiring this for? What progress are they trying to make? Resist the urge to jump to solutions. Don't redesign it, don't improve it, don't optimize it, just observe. Most people think innovation is about having ideas. It's not. It's about empathy plus clarity, and once you truly understand what people are trying to do, your solutions stop being guesses and start being useful. In the next video, we'll learn first principles thinking, how to strip away assumptions and rebuild problems from the ground up. Pause here. Think of one thing someone complained about recently. Ask yourself, without solving it, what job were they trying to get done? What progress were they hoping to make? Sit with that clarity. That's where better thinking begins.